This is appropriate for today, rainy day puzzles. There's over 150 puzzles for you guys to do today. Well, not today because I won't get it to you till probably Monday or Tuesday, but and then I have a tropical cabana so that you can just from Bath and Body Works. All right, so when Jennifer's ready, we are going to spin the wheel and see who the lucky winners are. We'll do 3. Oh, Paula Rosenberger, you get the rainy day puzzle. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, our next winner. I lost my notebook. Uh-oh. Denitra Jackson, you get the Tropical Cabana Bath and Body Works. Woohoo! Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And one more. All right, is it Ajola? Yay, you get the Keep Your Head Up by Sam Glenn. Congratulations, you guys. We'll have a few more prizes at the end. Now we're ready for Kelsie Carter. She is going to present and Denitra is going to introduce her.
Mary Beth, I don't think I introduced Kelsie.
Oh, turn on your video.
Oh, I did.
What? Oh, I'm sorry, Jennifer DeArmond. Sorry.
No, it's me.
Mary Beth, I don't need an introduction. I don't need an introduction.
Oh,
we
but
could just
Jennifer's ready.
We could just dive right in.
Jennifer's ready.
That's right. It is my honor and privilege to introduce our final presenter for today, Kelsie Carter. She received her bachelor's degree in psychology and a minor in African American studies from the University of South Carolina in Columbia, South Carolina, and her master's degree in education with an emphasis in counseling and development from Georgia Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia. She is the current military community liaison for Richland School District 2. Her work with military population spans across all branches and ages. Prior to moving back to the States, specifically South Carolina, and working with Richland 2, she was employed as a family care behavioral specialist for 3 U.S. Marine base camps in Okinawa, Japan, with the Child, Youth, and Family Services Department. Please welcome Kelsie Carter.
Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen in a few minutes, but before we get started, it's good to see your faces and to be in this space with you guys today. I'm gonna make this short because it's raining outside, it's Saturday, and if you like me, you wanna throw your pajamas back on and crawl in bed and just relax for the rest of the day. And I know you've been on the calls getting some great information and fellowshipping and sharing knowledge. And so since I'm the last person, I'm going to try to make it count and get you out so that you can take care of some things that you have to take care of for the remainder of the weekend. So weekend goes by so fast, doesn't it? I mean, we already think about it. I mean, it just goes by so fast. We need a 3-day weekend. Or 4-day actually. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna share my screen. I have a few things we're gonna go over today. I don't know, some of you might have gone to or been in this presentation that I did. I did this same one at the CEOE conference, The Power of Play. So some folks may, Georgette, were you there? I think you weren't. Okay, all right. Okay. And then if you were there, you know that it's quite interactive and engaging. So I'm gonna ask you to get ready to do some stuff. So I'm gonna be sending private messages to some of you guys. I see your faces and your names to help me with some games that we're gonna be playing. Is that cool? Are we good with that? Jennifer, are we good with that? Because I'll be calling on you. Hey, Demetra, I haven't seen you in a long time. Who else lives on here? I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in ages, girl. How you doing? Good? Okay. All right, let's get started. Let me try to share my screen here. I use Google more often than, oh, that's Roxana. Hey, Roxana. Yay, okay. Sorry, y'all. I hadn't seen her in a minute either. All right, so I'll
Share
start
screen
sharing my,
button is at the bottom of your black screen.
I see it, and I'm trying to pull up my presentation now.
Okay.
Yeah, I use a lot of Google, the Google apps and stuff, and not so much Zoom. So I'm pulling up my PowerPoint. Let's hold on one moment. And I don't see it. Hold on. Files, basic. No, that's not good. Hold on, y'all. All right. You don't see anything? Ay, ay, ay. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let's see. And now I've completely lost you guys. I don't see any of y'all anymore. Here you go. All right, let me see if I can open it up. Let's try it again. All right, share. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, can you see it now? You got it? Okay, good. All right, I'll go into present. I'm actually in the office right now, taking care of a few things. We had an event last night at Fort Jackson, so I was dropping off a lot of materials that we used for a festival for our students. So I decided to just hang out here in the office by my lonesome and do this. But the presentation today is the power of play. Because oftentimes when we think about play, we think about children, right? We don't think about that. That's something that we need as adults, as a therapeutic way to get through the day and to get through life and all the things that are happening in life. And so I particularly like this theme, Beyond All Limits, because when you're thinking about limits, the only way to discover the limits of the possible is to go beyond them and to the impossible, which reminds me of Jill's theme, picturing the possibilities. And so I want you to kind of take yourself to a place where you are picturing different possibilities and going beyond your limits. And let me just throw in also finding joy in your journey when you're thinking about the power of what play looks like and how important that is and how that has to be incorporated in our daily lives if we are to be, I think, successful, and we have to have some peace of mind given everything that's going on. When we wake up in the morning and we look at the news or we pick up our phones, there's always something going on, right? And so I want to talk about how play plays a role in your everyday life into making things a little bit lighter. Okay, so we are, we've gone through a lot in 2020, as you guys all know. And so we're kind of putting it in the shadows or the rearview mirrors, more or less, but we're going to learn from what happened in 2020. 2020 was a tough year for many of us. There was a lot of challenges, loss, and many things that we all went through in 2020. But think about 2021 as and beyond as a new beginning, as a new way to kind of restructure how how you focus your life and how you begin to look at yourself and honor yourself. And I think the best way to do that is through play. I went to, and the reason why I decided to do this presentation and also shared this during CEOE, I went to a virtual presentation, virtual workshop on the power of play, but it was for my son. And many of you know I'm pretty transparent with my personal life. My son has autism, and oftentimes I'm looking for resources and support for him. And I attended a workshop that talked about how to incorporate more play, more what they call stimming for stimulation for him during COVID, because we did, obviously, like most families and most parents, we had e-learning. And so I literally, you guys, turned my home into a playground because I had to, we purchased a trampoline, and we had an obstacle course set up in our house for him to keep him engaged and keep him active while he was in school and, of course, doing COVID. And so doing this presentation, this psychologist started talking about the benefits of play therapy. And then he shifted into how we as adults need to learn how to enjoy life and get down and play with our kids. And so I do play with my children, but I took it to a different level. I would hop on the trampoline with them. And I remember my husband looking out the window, was like, "What are you doing? What are you? I'm on the trampoline, I'm jumping with my kids." And you'd be surprised just how that just shifts your thinking. I left my computer on the dining room table, all these papers and paying bills and working with families and doing all this work. And I saw my kids outside of the kitchen window on the trampoline, just having a ball as if they were in another planet, and I'm sitting there at the table, I'm like, oh my goodness, that looks so much fun. I need to take a break. So I go outside, I hop on the trampoline with them. And I promise you, when I came back into the house, that pile of work, my laptop sitting on the dining room table, which was my new office, seemed not so difficult and not so challenging, because I was able to understand that I needed that break. I needed that time to play, to reset my mind, if that makes sense. That makes any sense to anybody? So I was able to do that. And then I said, I need to start incorporating more of this in my everyday life. And so we would do obstacle courses with my son, and get down and play with our Play-Doh. I love the color. Anybody love the color? I love to color. So I have some extras from coloring books I'm going to give out to you guys if you win the prizes. Those therapeutic coloring books, the adult coloring books, I love those. And so I started doing a lot of that, and I started feeling a lot more, I know it sounds weird to play and you feel better, but I started feeling a lot more lighter about what was going on around us. Think about what we went through in COVID, the pandemic itself. We were going through a very tumultuous, difficult election process, and then all of the violence and just so many things going on. You have to find a way to reset your mind and understand the importance of honoring yourself, whatever that might look like. And so I'm here to propose that play is a way to do that. All right, so we'll have, and I've got a lot of fun incorporated too, so let's do as much as we can to have fun and get through the presentation. So think about this question. What was your favorite toy or your favorite game growing up? And we'll talk a little bit more about what that was and why. So if you wouldn't mind unmuting yourself, anybody, share with us, what was your favorite toy or your favorite game growing up? Anybody?
Kelsie, I had a Merlin.
Hey, Mary Beth.
Hey, I had a Merlin electronic game. It was one of these dorky, nerdy games that was all about trivia. It was this oblong, red-looking thing with silver buttons. Other than that, but I love playing with that thing. That was my thing.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Do you still have it, or is it somewhere in an attic somewhere? Anybody else?
One of my favorite games was a My Little Pony game. You had to go and collect golden rings, and I had a treasure troll game. And when I was a kid, I got chicken pox, and I was stuck at my grandparents' house, and I had to miss vacation Bible school. And my grandfather got on the floor and played those games in loop with me the whole day while my brother was at vacation Bible.
Wow. What a memory, Jennifer. How powerful is that? I remember My Little Pony, My Little I remember that. Tell
Well, my
age.
daughter likes the new one, so we hear that in loop at our house.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else?
We always had to play outside, so I guess freeze tag was one of my
Yeah.
favorite games.
Yeah, I remember freeze tag. Mother May I, Simon Says, all kinds of games. Anybody else?
I love jigsaw puzzles, and I still do electronic jigsaw puzzles all the time. I love jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah, Teresa. Very therapeutic, right?
Mhm.
Anybody else? So, as we're going down memory lane, I'm noticing, like, those of you who shared and those of you who weren't sharing about what your favorite toy or game was, those immediate shift in your emotion, like the smiles, and then like, oh, I remember this game. I remember how I felt. And for you, Jennifer, remembering the exact moment, your grandfather sitting on the floor with you playing this game. And so, having that feeling back now as adults, that's important. I mean, we oftentimes think that toys and games are for kids, but I guarantee you, if I found that game that Mary Beth used to play and put that thing in her hands again, she'd be like, wow, I'm back. I'm back. And so, I just think I just think it's so important that, we're grown and we have responsibilities and those kinds of things. But sometimes it's great to kind of go back into that nostalgia of, I was a child and I enjoyed playing with these things. And now how can I incorporate that in my everyday life? So play, it brings joy. As we're seeking joy in our journey, it brings joy. It is within this context that learning can occur. So we oftentimes say children are sponges, and they are. But I think, the older I get, I'm in my 50s, y'all. So, yeah, I am. So, and the older I get, the more I feel like I'm like transforming back into that sponge. Oftentimes they say you go through this metamorphosis, development of a person, you're a child, and then as you get older, things start sort of reversing back. But I feel like the older I get, the more I want to learn, the more I desire to learn, the more I just want to grab stuff and and soak it in so that I can use it to be a better version of myself. Play is a range. This is just the definition of play. It's a range of intrinsically motivated activities done for recreational pleasure and for enjoyment. Play is commonly associated with children, as I mentioned before, but it also occurs at any life stage and among other higher functioning animals as well. And so when I think about play, these are some of the work: play, laugh, jump and paint and sing and dance, and all these kinds of things incorporate play. So let me share with you this video. I think I may have to, I don't know if it's going to play if I just click the link. So I may have to stop sharing and pull it up. Let's see how that works. I'm going to try it now, and let me know if you see it with thumbs up. It may play directly, but we'll see. And just think about what play looks like in the whole sense of the animal world. I mean, obviously you wouldn't think that a polar bear would be playing with this sled dog in the way that he is. So let's see if this plays. Do you see anything? Yes or no? Thank you.
Kelsie, is there supposed to be volume to that video?
Just music. Okay, did you see, was everything okay with that? You probably didn't hear anything though, yeah? Yeah, no sound? Okay. It was just music playing in the background, but let me get back to my screen one moment. Okay. Let's close this down. Let's get back to my screen. Okay. Let's see. All right, while I wait on my screen to pop back up, did you see the written captions under that video? Were you able to see that? Yes? So, and what basically it was, a couple of photographers from the National Geographic magazine were, videotaping this, and they saw these animals. I mean, naturally, a polar bear and a sled dog, that's just not a connection. That's just like a lion and, a gazelle. But they captured this, and they show the power of play through animals, and through how animals sometimes, can not, defy what we think that polar bear was supposed to do, was pretty much, annihilate that sled dog, but that didn't happen. And so you can see that power of play take place with these animals, which I thought was pretty powerful, and a very cute video, as the caption stated. So let me get back to sharing my screen. Hopefully it'll come up. I got this. I don't know why it keeps. Okay, so that's not what I want. Here we go. All right, back up. Thumbs up, you see it? Okay, thanks, sorry. I'm so used to using Google most of the time, like Zoom. So bear with me. Okay, so another really neat quote about play therapy is that the body heals with play and the mind heals with laughter. I like this one. The mind heals with laughter and the spirit heals with joy. Isn't that powerful? Isn't that powerful? The body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy. And those of you who work in our schools, especially our elementary schools, when I used to sub, I remember, just enjoying just being on the playground and hearing a child's laughter. If you're like me, hearing a child's laughter takes me to another place, and just watching them play. Not a care in the world. Not a care in the world. It is as if they're in their own worlds, their own reality. And there's so much joy in that. There's so much peace, I think, in therapy, in just watching children play. The facts about play is that our society, these are some of the things that our society says about play. There are many perceptions about it. We don't lose the need for the novelty and the pleasures as we grow up. Oftentimes you think, well, we're adults, we have all these things we have to do. I still like going outside and playing. I play my sport of choice, or my play, is basketball. So I often go, not often, as often as I would like, but I like to go and play basketball as much as I can. And it serves other purposes, not just to clear my mind and anxiety that I have, but also for exercise. While play is crucial for a child's development, it's also beneficial for people of all ages. Play can add joy to life, as I mentioned before in the quote, relieve stress, supercharge learning, and connect you to others and the world around you. Play can also make work more productive and pleasurable. It brings joy. It's like oxygen. It's a process, not a thing. It's a state of being. It begins with anticipation and hopefully ends in poise. In between, you find surprise, pleasure, understanding as skill and empathy and strength of mind, body, and spirit. We play in our office. I don't know about you guys, but I know I got Georgette on the call. I don't think Jill is on here, but we get stuff done too now. Don't get me wrong. Don't think we're just goofing off originally too, just playing around. We get a lot done, but we do find time. And Georgette, you would agree, we do find time to connect and to play, if you will. I moved offices about a couple months ago, and I'm gonna tell you, it was devastating. It was a major transition for me. I sat right directly across from Jill, and y'all know Jill. And I'm gonna tell you, it was like a military move. I was struggling with that transition because I had to move all the way to the other side of that floor. And I just, enjoyed just the little the little interactions that I had with Jill that I missed, and I didn't realize how important that was when she would come by my office and we high five, hey, what's up, how you doing, and just goofing around and playing around and have you checked this out, hey, did you see this? If you have coworkers like that, I don't know if many of you have coworkers or people that you work with that keep your spirits up, but you need that. You really, really need that, especially in a time like what we're all experiencing right now. We also have incredible professional development opportunities. I know Jill, Georgette, and folks on our staff oftentimes will, do little monthly or quarterly activities for our department, for the district. And we appreciate those opportunities for, different holidays. Candy doing Halloween and, putting puzzles in our break rooms. We do puzzles in our community areas. And so everybody comes in. And of course, we can't do a lot of that now due to COVID. But those things were really key. I go in and make copies. And I'm like, oh, let me see if I can put some of these pieces together. And it just completely shifts my mind and my thinking into, I can get through the rest of the day. I can do that, If we have a moment, there are a couple of people who have been given their clues. And so this is the first break we're going to take with charades. You have an opportunity to win a Chick-fil-A gift card. How about that? Woohoo. I got some Chick-fil-A gift cards. And so they're only $10, but you can get you number one or number two. But anyway, so what we're gonna do is, if we're talking about play, let's incorporate some of that now. If you would like to, it doesn't matter who, I've given a couple of people their clues, and we're gonna do idioms. And like when pigs fly, those kinds of things, we're gonna do idioms. And so if you have your clue, I think Mary Beth, you have one. I think Kim has one. If you wouldn't mind unmuting yourself and acting out your charades. Everybody knows how charades go. Mary Beth, are you gonna go first?
I can.
You can? Okay, thank you. I just volunteered you. And so the first person that unmutes themselves and chimes in and guesses what this idiom that Mary Beth is going to act out, they can use props too, wins the prize. But you gotta unmute yourself and you gotta say it correctly. Are we ready? Yes? Okay, Mary Beth, you're up.
All right, here's the first clue. Whoops, can you guys see what it is?
No, A.
Look like a trying.
Okay.
Oh.
A plus. A penny.
It's not a penny.
A dime. A quarter. A quarter for your thought.
No, it's not a dime or a quarter.
dime.
Here's a quarter called
nickel.
somebody that cares.
A nickel.
A dime a dozen.
Nickel, right?
Who said a dime a dozen?
Oh, good.
Georgina?
No, wasn't me.
I'll take it.
Denitra,
Denitra.
yeah, Denitra. Woohoo!
I heard it. Who was it? Denitra.
Yes.
All right, Denitra.
Go, girl. Whoop, whoop.
A
You're
dime
right.
a dozen. All right. Who else is up?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, Kim.
No, we're gonna wait.
Oh, yum.
What are we doing? What is that fruit?
It's a
bit of
bundt
sweetness.
cake. It's a bundt cake.
Eating my cake and having it too.
It's fruit. A
That
fruit
was
cake.
good, but that's not it, Gwen. That was good though.
Okay.
It's a lot more simpler than you think.
Strawberry pie. What is it? Come a little closer. I'm Kimberly. I can't see what you have.
Red
Cake.
velvet.
Piece of cake.
Oh my goodness. It looks good, whatever it is.
Piece of cake.
Who said piece of cake?
Jennifer Polson.
Jennifer said that. Okay, Jennifer Paulson. Congratulations, Jennifer. I told you it was a lot simpler, but Gwen, that was real good. Having my cake and eating it too, we should probably give you a prize for that too. But you've heard of that. This is a piece of cake, right? Let's see. Anybody else on the call? I think I sent a couple of them out. Georgette, did you get one?
How did you send it?
Email?
Oh,
possible I haven't been on my email today.
Well, look, I'm gonna send it to you right now. How about that? A private message. We can move on, and we'll come back later for the second part of charades. How about that? Okay, so the two winners, Denitra and Jennifer. All right, moving on. So I'm gonna take you also down memory lane a little bit more. So when you see this game, you can yell it out. What is this? Remember?
Etch-a-sketch.
Hey, who had an Etch-a-Sketch?
Oh, we have one of my kids have one of those. But I
Yeah,
had
they're
those
still
as a kid.
they're still out. They're still but the ones we had back in the day, they were the big ones like this. It was always so hard to move those things, but I had an Etch-a-Sketch. Who had this one?
Operation.
Yeah.
Oh, we still play that game. I love
Yeah.
that game.
They've got lots of versions of it now. How about this one?
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
That's out still too.
You already have one. Awesome. Is that yours? Is that in your office? Is that your son's?
No, it's I'm in my office. I set a couple of games on my desk just for people to come by and be stress relievers. I have that.
There you
and
go. See, you already know. You already know how important that is. Okay, so one of the things that play encourages is social interaction, as we have demonstrated, right? Social interaction and sharing. It also helps create friendships. It develops positive emotional well-being. Again, it just kind of shifts your brain and your thinking into something more jovial and lighthearted. It relieves tension and conquers fears. It develops skills such as critical thinking, right? Critical thinking and problem solving. Creativity is encouraged, and also imagination. Let me bring this down a little bit. Adults that are more playful, guess what, have lower stress levels. We all, that shouldn't be something that is surprising. Play is a basic human need and as essential to our health as rest. Okay? All right. I like this one. Play is our brain's favorite way of learning. Cute little girl. All right, one more. Georgette, did you see it? Are you ready? Go for it. Georgette's up.
Time is money.
Woo! Who's that? Wow. Was that Kim? Wow. Time is money. That was easy enough. All right, you want to do the other one?
I can.
Go ahead, Kim.
Can y'all see this?
Spoonful of medicine.
Not quite.
Medicine. Take your medicine.
Give me some Vicodin.
What you do with this? Lick.
Oh, medicine.
Swallow your medicine.
Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, the medicine go down. Right? Mary Poppins.
Your pills.
What Teresa said.
Pill to swallow.
Lick your pill.
Lick your lips. Lick your lips.
Lick your
Think of an
Your
idiom.
medicine.
I'm not going there.
Eat.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Oh, that's still good, Gwen, but that's not it. But that's a good one.
Okay.
Fork full of medicine.
Your own
Oh, y'all.
One
Swallow
of
your
your
pill.
six.
Swallow your pill.
A taste of your own medicine.
That's it, Denitra.
Oh my gosh.
Denitra, that's 2 for you, girl. I'm putting another check by your name. That's 2 prizes for you, girl. Oh my goodness. Y'all, a taste of your own medicine. Y'all have heard that before.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you were like, and then you even started tasting stuff. Thank you. That was good. But Gwen, there you go again with another good one. All right, so let's talk about some of the benefits of play, specifically for adults. And we know that play is the primary core reason how children learn, right? And how they engage and how they learn socially, emotional, in their social and emotional development. Play is very crucial to that. But for adults, just because we're adults, that doesn't mean that we have to make life all about work, because we work enough as it is, right? Learn how to play and benefit your relationships, jobs, and your mood. One of the examples I wanted to share with you here, many of you have seen the movie with Robin Williams. Remember Patch Adams? How many of you have seen that movie, Patch Adams? Yeah. Well, if you've read his autobiography, oh my goodness, he was, Patch Adams, the person himself, was a person that struggled with his work. He struggled with his mental health. He was suicidal. He had many issues as a child and as an adult. And so one of the things that he did, as you can see in this, what I have here, one of his quotes, he said, in 1 year, when I was 18, I was hospitalized 3 times because I wanted to kill myself. I didn't want to live in the world of violence and injustice. And in the 3rd hospital, I had the realization that you don't have to kill yourself. You can make a revolution. And so we all know the history. If you don't, encourage you to read a little bit about how phenomenal he is as a person, and how he still goes to different hospitals of children, terminally ill children, and particularly children, and also he works with the elderly. But he incorporates play therapy. He dresses up like a clown, and he does games and balloons and all kinds of incredible play therapy for children. And there have been studies and research done that when he works with these kids, that you see a change in their behaviors. You see children even getting better as a result of him working with them, and adults as well. And so he's, to me, one of the I think pioneers of how play therapy and how incorporating this kind of therapy in a person's life works, because he did it in his own life, and it obviously kept him from taking his life. So let's go on. We'll do another charades break in a minute. Another quote, and I like different quotes because quotes sometimes kind of can resonate with you more so than some of the things that I say. If you want to create creative workers, you got to give them enough time to play. If you want creative workers, you have to give them enough time to play. How many of you know that Google, and I want to say Google and Apple, I don't know and I'm pretty sure many of you have researched that these companies do so well because they have a time for play for their employees. They actually have on their campuses, the Google campus has a playground, an adult playground in place, and they have game rooms where we have our community, our rooms, our break rooms. They have playrooms full of games and toys and video games and things like that. And you wonder why they're so productive, right? You wonder why these are like top-notch Fortune 500, companies that are doing so well. It's because they understand that dynamic. They understand that people need that opportunity, adults need that opportunity to de-stress and reset so that they can be productive workers. And the same goes for other foreign countries, particularly in Japan. I lived there for a few years and realized that during the day, a lot of my daughter went to a Japanese school, and during the day they would do what they call, it was kind of like Tai Chi, but they would do these, have all the kids go to the playground, and that was in the middle of the day. It wasn't like considered recess, but the kids would get on the playground and they would do kind of like, it was like Tai Chi, and then they would play these drums, and they would just have the kids just take a moment in the middle of the day to just reset. But it was structured. It wasn't like on the playground, playing, but it was play more or less, but it was a way for those kids to reconnect with their academics. It was really cool and very therapeutic. And they also do this in the workplace in China, the play therapy, incorporating that within the day. So I think we should do more of that. Play is our brain's favorite way of learning, is an attitude, right? That can run through every element of what makes a company or organization or school or district stand for. Playfulness has its own brand of attraction, and every organization, I think, many psychologists, people think, could benefit by creating a position, right? Responsible for keeping play alive and inside and out. And so what we're seeing now is lots of companies are incorporating that individual through their HR department to keep people, I guess that would be equivalent to, I don't know, Georgette, what do you think? Maybe Shelley's role or something? I'm not sure. But a person that's in charge of events but within the staff, the people within that company or that organization. Every business and every employee can benefit by purposely adding elements of play to daily routines and organizational process. So I've said this before, it's a superfood. It builds teamwork, it reduces stress, and it also kind of makes work not seem necessarily like work when you have your responsibilities and your tasks to do, but it makes it seem like it's not exactly that. Like this past week, we participated in month of the military child. We did Spirit Week, and I just thought it was so much fun just connecting with the staff. We did our photo op moments, and we would all kind of gather together and take out pictures, and just for maybe a minute or two, it just felt like an opportunity to just de-stress and to connect with the people that you work with that you don't necessarily see on the other side of the building. So those kinds of things. So if you haven't seen this resource yet, and I think many of you probably have, it's on our website, and I won't pull it up, but let me get back here. I can see your faces right now. I can't see anybody. But it's a resource that's provided by our counseling department. And if you click on, I go on this page all the time, they have interactive like coloring sheets you can print out. There's an aquarium that you can actually, of live fish, and you can just sit there and put your aquarium up on your screen. So many different resources. There's a section for families, for students, and then for staff. And so it's just kind of a big link of stress relievers, of a place that you can go and calm yourself, a place that you can go to play games. And if you don't have this in your districts, I would strongly advise having a resource page like this, a link that folks can go out on and reset themselves. I mean, if you're like me, COVID and everything going on around us has been traumatizing. That's just to say the least. It's been traumatizing for many of us. And so we have to have better resources, or have more resources in place for our staffs and for our students and for our parents, so that they know that there's, that we care about their well-being and their emotional health. But this is a neat way to do that. So if you pop on there, you'll see all the great resources available. How many of you have already gone out to this resource on our webpage, or are you aware of it? Yep. Yes, I didn't see. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. How are we on time, Mary Beth? Because I did say I was going to try to finish up earlier.
You're good. It's only
good?
3 o'clock. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're going to finish
You
up in a
have
few.
plenty of time.
Okay, well, I'm still going to honor what I said. So,
That's fine.
Saturday.
That is okay.
Did we have another charades that somebody would like to do? Because I do have, Demetrius won 2 prizes. I have 6 prizes to give out. So Demetria got 2 of those. Demetria. And then Jennifer, and then Kim. And Kim. So what now?
Someone can have one of mine. I don't want to be selfish.
And you're not being selfish. You won. Let's do one more, and then we'll move on to the next part. Whoever has an extra one that they would like to act out. I think you've done both yours, Kim. I think, Georgette, you might have one more. I don't know.
I do. I'm not sure how to act it out. We're going to give this our best try here.
I think you can do it.
Okay, so.
Action speaks louder than words.
Oh, Teresa.
Wow. Phew, I'm sweating like hell in the world.
You were sweating on that one, huh? You didn't have to sweat too long. Oh my goodness. That was a harder one for sure. It was. Wow, Teresa, that was awesome.
Well, the action one was what got it from me.
Action. Yeah. And then, that was awesome. Good job. Okay. So What's this? Remember this? Anybody remember this? Yay! I had one, and that's the old school one. They have one now that's way more advanced. I think it cooks
Use the
better than
light
a real.
bulb to cook.
The real ones now. The ones now cook better than
I
a
didn't
real
even
one.
just have an easy bake oven. I had all the accessories and the little side things you could get. I was a little bit spoiled by my grandparents, so I would make them so my papa could eat them.
So you had all the accessories, huh, Jennifer?
I did. They had like a snack bar one and some other things, and my grandmother would keep them in the closet until I came down to visit.
That's nice. How about this? This was mine. This was mine. This is what I had, y'all. And
Inchworm.
I ran that thing to the ground. I ran it to the ground. You can imagine, I'm tall now, but I had long legs on my inchworm, but I would make it work. Would be almost on my knees on my inchworm, holding my knees up. But that was, and when I think about that, oh my goodness, I was, you couldn't tell me anything. Like, that's my inchworm. I had written my name on the side of his little cap with a magic marker. It was just that was my favorite toy. And I know people have had this one. Yep. Remember that? And how about this? Who had this one? Uh-huh. Yep. And now you see kids, they think about this. Compare this to now those goggles that they wear, that the interactive goggles. Like, we've come a long way with toys, right? Because, I bought one of these for my son because they still have these old nostalgia, these toys out there. And he's looking at it and he was like, "Mommy, it doesn't move." And I was like, "No, it doesn't move. You have to manually move it." So I got one more for you, I think. Remember this? This was, and I found a picture of this thing. I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's
That
old
was
school."
so much fun.
Oh my goodness.
I never could make it work.
I could never make it work either, but I wouldn't stop. I would keep trying. Sometimes I'd be sitting on that thing for an hour, just trying to figure out how to get those rings around. It had real water inside of it, and and all these things are, just kind of take you back to where you were and what you were doing and who, like Jennifer, her grandparents and stuff. And so, if you have a playlist on your, I have a playlist on my phone of music, like my favorite music, my gospel music, some of my favorite old school R&B songs. That's my playlist. I listen to my playlist when I'm exercising or at my desk. But everybody should have a playlist, I think, of a playlist, not just music, but things that you do, activities that you enjoy doing, that you can do hours on end. And for me, that's coloring, coloring for sure. And I guess for Teresa, puzzles. Talked about doing puzzles and stuff like that. But just think about this. It's like a dare, carve out some time on your calendar as you think about a couple of activities that you truly enjoy doing for hours on end, and carve out time to do that. That's a stress reliever. And in the background, you see those two toys. Remember those old school Fisher-Price toys back in the day? Remember, do y'all see those? That little phone? I had one of those. I sure did. So change how you think about play. We've talked a little about what play is. Take a moment to, let me minimize this. I'm sorry, let me go back. Take a play history, as we talked about before. What encourages you? What are the activities that you enjoy? And what you did as a child that excited you. How you felt when you were doing these types of games or activities. And surround yourself again with playful people that understand the importance of life. And I always say I feel very blessed and grateful and fortunate to work with people that I work with in the district office, like Jill and some of the folks on the third and Georgette, and like people who oftentimes understand the importance of taking a break and just saying, "I'm here," just really, just let's calm together. Those things are very, very important. And if you have children or grandchildren or nieces or nephews, find time to play with them. It's okay to get down and dirty with them and play with them, if you have that opportunity. It is the purest expression of love. If you have time to read, I think I have a link on this presentation as well from Dr. Stuart Brown and Dr. Scott Eberl. Eberl. And they're gurus in the field of what they call play therapy for adults. And they have so many awesome articles out there and things that we can do as adults to incorporate play in our lives so that we can have more healthier, stress-free lives and be more productive in the workplace. And so I did want to do a quick Kahoot game, but since we already have that incorporated, Mary Beth, the Kahoot game that you have for everybody to do, then I won't do this one. You can just go ahead and do the one that I think you've already prepared for the group to save time. It's just a Kahoot game on guessing different games, and that kind of thing. So we won't do that one. It's just for the sake of time. And as we're, closing out today and this awesome opportunity for professional development on a rainy Saturday, always keep in mind, just don't forget to play, find joy in your journey, go beyond your limits, honor yourself by taking care of yourself, by incorporating, whatever it is that makes you feel almost like a child again, that innocence that we had when we were children, and finding a space in your day and your time and you're carving out on your calendar to enjoy life, and not be so bogged down in the day-to-day, right? And thank you guys so much. I've enjoyed hanging out with you today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe and take care of yourselves. And Denitra, Jennifer, and Kim, and Teresa. Is that it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've got one more. I told you I had 6, so that's 2 for Denitra, 2, 3, Jennifer, 4, Kim, 5 is Teresa, and I've got one more. So maybe I'll do one. Let's see what I can do. Everybody, can y'all see me? Let me make my thing. So I'll do one because I want to give away the last prize before you move on, Mary Beth. Okay. Let me think about what I want to do. Oh gosh.
Don't cry over spilt milk.
Yes. Who said that? Not Teresa. That was too easy for you. All right.
Thank you, Kelsie.
Hands down. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Kelsie.
Thank
That
you,
was
guys.
wonderful. Appreciate you giving up your Saturday to hang out with us.
No problem. I enjoyed it. You guys take care.
All right. All right, y'all. I need everybody to put your cameras on so I can take a picture of everybody.
Oh, okay. I can take a picture.
I'm driving. I can't get a picture.
Who's that? That's why you driving.
All right, you'll be the one that's missing. All right, where's Stacy? Georgina? Ooh, is your wind whipping around out your house? Holy cow. It's kind of scary. All right, well. All right, everybody, this is one time we can all see your faces without.
I know. I felt weird. I was getting ready to say, do I need to put my mask on?
No. Everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Awesome sauce. All right. All right, now let's go ahead and do a couple more door prizes, and then Vicki, will you be ready for Kahoot? Awesome. Okay, Jennifer, whenever you're ready. No pressure.
That's excellent. Hang on. And I need to send out the Google form for sign in, right?
Yes, please do that also. She's going to send out a Google form in the chat box so that you can go on and fill it out so that I can send you your certificate for today. And I'll send that out next week. And then, let's see. And Jennifer Giarmont has an announcement she would like to make, and then I will close us out.
Can you send the Google Doc by email too? Because I'm driving and I can't get the chat information.
Tina, I'll just know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I know you were here all day. All right. So another prize is the daily planner. So this is it. So that is up. And then also a floral grown-up coloring book. It's funny,
Mary
Kelsey
Beth,
was
I
talking
can't
about
see
that because I
that's
have one
displayed
too.
the thing. Hang on a second.
Oh, that's okay. Well, go ahead, do that, and then I can show them afterwards.
There you go.
Oh, okay. All right, so here's the adult coloring book. So it's a great day for great day to color. And then also a nice little daily planner notepad. All right, and then there will also be a $15 Kohl's gift card.
Thank you.
Good luck, everybody. Fingers crossed for you. All right, Larissa, you get the coloring book. Congratulations. Mary Beth Bowers, you get the $15 gift card to
Thank
Kohl's.
you.
Look in the bathroom. Sorry. Hey, Maria.
All right, Maria, you get the daily planner. All right. All right. You ready, Vicki? Or do you need some more time? Do you want Larissa to make, or Jennifer DeArmond to make her announcement?
I can go ahead and share my screen and we can play this fun game.
Let's do it. All right.
Okay. Wait a minute. Just a second. It shut down on me. Okay. I guess Jennifer can make her. It shut down on me. So
okay.
Go ahead and Jennifer, and I'll come back and try to get it back up.
Jennifer DeArmond, are you ready?
Your face.
Oh, I don't want to do my face.
Go. Your face. Show your face, Jennifer. Jennifer. There you go. Yay.
They are killing me over here. Okay. I just wanted to let everybody know that we have extended the nominations for president-elect and vice president until April 30th. Woo! So if you know someone or you would like to know someone you'd like to nominate, or if you'd like to nominate yourself, please email me or email someone on our committee. Stop it. Email someone on our committee, which would be Larissa Thurman or Regina Bell. And please submit those names to the committee by April 30th. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Glad we got to see your face today. All right, if everybody wants to go ahead and sign on to kahoot.it.
Okay, Mary Beth, I'm going to try this again.
Okay.
Okay, this should be your game pin, 2912255.
I put it in the chat box for everybody also. right, everybody ready?
Got about 12 people, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, 21.
Anybody else? Okay. So this is going to be a fun game. We'll see how much you know about RCAEOP and its members. I'm not going to read the questions. If anybody has any challenges with being able to see the questions, let me know, but I figured it would be more fun if you read the questions and then we can talk about the answers after. So are we ready?
Oh, let me say one thing. And the winner will get a $15 gift card to Kohl's.
Okay. Ready? Okay.
Oh my gosh, I read it
Okay.
too fast.
So while we all are awesome, it's really the Richland County Association of Educational Office Professionals.
I think you guys are all awesome. I think we need to change it today.
Okay. Ready for the next question? Oh, Paula Rosenberger is number 1 on the leaderboard. Georgette is in second and Jennifer's right behind them. Okay, next question. All right. So it was on the top of your agenda. So if you were paying attention, the answer was easy to find. There again, oh, had some changes. Paula's in the lead and right behind her are Jennifer and Georgette. So now we're going to do some true and false questions to see how well you know our members. Are we ready? All right, so this was kind of a fun question. She did not actually get on the stage and dance. She was there and may have been dancing, but not on the stage. So let's get on to our next question. Oh, change in the leaderboard. Jennifer P is in the lead. I keep forgetting this is the next thing that pops up. Okay, another true or false? All right. Tina was born at home. She was not born in the hospital. So that was kind of a fun little fact. Let's see who may have jumped on the leaderboard. Some changes. Jennifer P still out in the lead. Ready for the next question. True or false? True. Our beautiful Mary Beth was actually a model for a women's church group. Yay. Okay, let's see the leaderboard. Jennifer P has the highest answer streak of 5 correct. But coming up behind, we've got a couple other folks. So let's see the next question. False. That was a little play just to see if anybody really knew. She is not a graduate of Clemson University. Does anybody know? Is Joy on where she went to school? Okay, I'm not real sure, but she did not go to Clemson. Okay, oh, change in the leaderboard. Okay, Kimberly Coward, you're climbing pretty quickly there, girl. Keep going. Here we go. Next question. You might have seen some emails about this. The NAEOP conference is when? It is July 12th through the 16th, and I actually confirmed those dates. So mark your calendars. It is going to be in person, but I do believe there is an option for virtual registration also. Oh, change in the leaderboard. 3 players just hit the answer streak of number 4. Ready? Next question. True or false? True. I did not know this fun fact. Nancy works at Bridge Creek. I often say I'm a short order cook to my family, but she actually was a short order cook. So that was another little fun fact. All right, leaderboard change. Uh-oh, the Kelster is now leading. Got some people moving around here. Next question. Another true or false? All right, that is actually true. Mary Beth, do you want to elaborate on that? I can only imagine.
I was a lot younger, and that's all we're going to say about that.
Okay, let's see the leaderboard. Still some changes, but the Kelster is still first place. Next question. True or false? All right, that is actually false. If you know Jennifer, she did coach high school cheerleading, but as far as we know, she was not a collegiate cheerleader. Anything to elaborate, Jennifer? Okay, let's see how that hit the leaderboard. Oh, doesn't look like it changed much. Okay, let's go on to our next question. True or false? I would have said this was false because I don't think she's old enough to have a 21-year-old daughter, but that is in fact true. We're going to get ready to check the leaderboard. Okay, we're having some changes at the end, but the Kelster is still in the lead. Moving up is Jennifer DeArmond. 12 of 15. Right, this is actually true. I know we all find it very hard to believe, but every time Georgette presents, she always talks about the sweat pouring down her back. She actually has a fear of public speaking, even though she does it very well. Let's see how many got that right and where we are on the leaderboard. Obviously, Georgette moved up and would have gotten that question right. All right, let's go on to the next question. Only a couple more left. True or false? This is actually false. I was provided this information and I did wonder if Kimberly did participate in any sports in high school.
I did. I was a year-round sports. So I played volleyball, basketball, and I ran track, but I was a sprinter.
Oh, you were a sprinter. Okay. Because I was like, I could see you running long distance, but
No,
you were a sprinter. Okay. Good distinction. We've got 2 more questions left. Let's check the leaderboard. Oh, the Kelster is back in first place with Kimberly Coward in second. Georgette is third and Jennifer DeArmond. It's time to make your play, girl. You ready for the next question? True or false? That is true. A few years ago, I actually participated in a half marathon. I did the Disney Princess Run, and I was actually pretty proud of my time. I did it under 3 hours. That's 13.1 miles. It's honestly, for me, it was more mental than physical. So it was a great experience. We're going to check the leaderboard and see where we are. And we have 1 more question to finish our game. Kimberly Coward, the Kelster, and Georgette with Jennifer still in fourth. Jennifer, here's your chance to make that top 3. All right. Our next meeting, if you actually looked on the calendar, is Thursday, May 6th. So hopefully we'll see everybody there, and thank you for playing, and let's check our leaderboard to see who our winners are. Mary Beth. 3rd place, the Kelster. 2nd place, Kimberly Coward. 1st place, Georgette. Yay! Again, thank y'all for playing. It's been a fun day.
Thank you, Vicki, for putting that all together for us. That was really fun because we kind of went back and forth. The committee was planning bingo and this and that, and we came up with Kahoot, and that was really fun. So this is the end of our professional development for RCAEOP for this year, except for our snack and chat, which has been changed to May 4th. So we're going to do our snack and chat on Tuesday, May 4th, for those of you that are on here that are a part of it. But I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for your help today. My committee, you guys are awesome. I could not have asked for a better committee for this year. We have worked hard. We've done lots of Google Meets. We've talked. Everybody had input, and we were all supportive of each other, and it's been amazing. Jennifer Hedrick, thank you for today and for helping us put all this together with Zoom and learning how it all works and putting the pieces together. It was just a smooth day, and I just hope you guys all enjoyed it as much as I did.
You did a great job,
Mary
Mary
Beth. To see all your smiling faces. Like I said, it takes a village, and and I do need to clarify one thing, the modeling thing. I was kind of put on the spot with that because y'all know I'm introverted, and Tina Gregory, when she started to work with us at Lake Carolina, she had a women's ministry in Elgin. And so she invited me to participate, and I did, and I really got to know the ladies there and everything. Well, she had put together a modeling show, and one of the models couldn't make it. So she came to me, and it took a lot for her to convince me to do this. And it was very hard for me to do that, but she did it and I did it. So that's how that happened. It wasn't in the plan. That was not on my bucket list, we'll say. But thank you guys. I love y'all. And I know we have a lot of great upcoming things, but it's been a pleasure putting this together for y'all this year. So have a great rest of your Saturday and enjoy Sunday. And I will see y'all soon. Love ya.
Thank you so much for everything. That was great.
Thank you, Mary Beth. You and your committee did a great job. Thanks, Jennifer, for being our techie person. Thank you, everyone, for taking time to invest in yourself. It's awesome to see so many people realizing how important it is to take care of yourself. We appreciate you joining us, and we hope you have a great rest of the weekend.
Hi, look at that, Georgette. She's so cute. Hi. Hi there.
Bye, everybody.
Taylor. Hi, Taylor.
Say bye, Taylor.
Bye, Taylor.
You're so cute, Taylor.
Use the button. She's like, I did
You did
say
what I
did
asked
tell
her
to
to
say
do, right?
Taylor.